Hey everybody, Spaz here. Welcome to another episode of But Is It Power Pop? And for the following 10 seconds, this segment is going to be in 3D, so put on your glasses. Ready? This one is available now. I told you about Duncan Reid in the last video, and this is the Power Pop album of 2017. It's got the punk edginess of his old band, The Boys, but it's also got just more pop hooks than you'll find on most power pop albums these days. So that's right. Duncan Reid and the Big Heads, Bombs Away is now available. I just wanted to remind you that was out. Next up, we have one of my SPAZ. Is that really power pop? Well, I'm going to tell you right now that some of this is. Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. And Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. Sure, it's commercial pop. It's closer to AOR, but he is a great pop songwriter. Love Is All Right Tonight from this album will blow your mind if you haven't heard it. It's definitely right up there with all the great power pop anthems, and a lot of my power pop friends will still put that on compilations, just like I will. But definitely Rick Springfield, Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet, and Working Class Dog. But is it power pop? Not really power pop, but some of the songs are. So definitely look into Rick Springfield. There is a newish band who just released their second record. First album by the Hangabouts. It's called The Illustrated Bird. Fantastic record. It's currently available. You can buy that. But now, just hitting the streets is Kits and Cats and Saxon Wives, their second album. Oh my goodness. If you like some of the bands I've talked about, like the Lunar Laugh, Legal Matters, even some Crowded House and stuff, you're definitely going to like the Hangabouts. Very, very melodic. They're an American band. You can get these through the band. You can get them through the internet. I think they're available probably, maybe CD Baby, and online, maybe Amazon, I'm not sure. But definitely the Hangabouts, you should get them because they're going to make you feel all cuddly warm inside. Once again, The Illustrated Bird and Kits and Cats and Saxon Wives by the Hangabouts. Definitely worth your time. Here's another one that is going to leave people scratching their heads. Back to the Egg, Paul McCartney and Wings. Yes, this is a delightful, edgy, pop-oriented record. But is it power pop? Not exactly. But I'll tell you, most power pop people like Beatles and McCartney, and they know it's not really power pop or McCartney solo. But this, in my opinion, is Paul McCartney's best solo album. I like this better than Band on the Run, better than Red Rose Speedway, better than Ram. I don't like it better than the Beatles, but it's definitely a fantastic record, one that you should check out. Doesn't have many hit singles on it, but if you throw on like Getting Closer and stuff, it's not power pop, but power pop fans are going to dig it. It's tougher than most Paul McCartney solo albums. In fact, this would be a likely successor to Band on the Run. If nothing else had come out, and this came out after Band on the Run, people would, have like the drool dripping down their face. It's tougher and edgier than Venus and Mars, and definitely tougher and edgier than London Town, which is my second favorite McCartney album. Sorry. Here's an album that changed my life for the better. The Last, LA Explosion. Is it power? Let's put it this way. Some of the stuff is just fantastic. Pop, guitar pop, jangle pop, power pop, punk pop. It's a mixture of everything. These guys were actually a punk band, but by the time they got in the studio, the production was thinner than they expected. But what happened, instead of that punky, edgy, crazy, psych weirdness, it smoothed it out just enough to make it a fantastic pop record. Now, this originally came out in Bump, and the CD came out with some bonus tracks, which has some of their earlier singles, which has that punk edge to it. A lot of people prefer that, but I don't. This is an album I always used to buy major label stuff. So I'd be getting, the Bram Tchaikovskys and the records and the Jam and the Clash and XTC and stuff, because that was all on major labels. I saw this in the record bin at Licorice Pizza, and I looked at it, I go, it's an independent label, it must stink or whatever, because in a 14, 15-year-old mind, I didn't understand indie labels at the time. This is 1979, I think. But the day I walked out of the record store and didn't buy this, I kept thinking about it until I got either my allowance or my paycheck at Jack in the Box. Yeah, I worked at Jack in the Box. And then I went and bought this, and it opened my mind to the world of indie pop and rock, and it made my life better. So this right here is an absolutely legendary album in my life. Finally, today, a troublesome one. Another one of those SPAZ. What a good God are you talking about? I'm going to talk about Puffy Amiyumi. You're thinking, oh, J-pop. You're thinking, oh my gosh, that silly music from those cartoons. But what you don't understand is Andy Sturmer from Jellyfish helped out a lot on some of their stuff, either producing, writing, and he was really involved in some of their seminal recordings in like the 90s. It was like just after Jellyfish had broken up. So this is where Andy put all of his creative juices into. This was pretty much almost the same record as this. I mean, they share some of the songs. This was the first Puffy Amiyumi domestic release. They are, like I said, a Japanese duo. And then when they did the theme to a Cartoon Network song or a show, they put this comp together. And they do have similar track listings. It's hard to, but But the problem with Puffy Amiyumi is once you get hooked, you get hooked. And then you end up buying more domestic and Japanese CDs. So this is more Puffy Amiyumi that you're going to have to get if you buy this and this. So maybe you might want to buy these and then win the lottery. So then you could go out and buy all these, or just patiently purchase them. If anything, sorry to take your time here, but the one album that everybody stands by is Jet. So if you're gonna start with any Japanese album, start with Jet. And that's it for this episode of But Is It Power Pop? I hope you found something to enjoy there. Remember, I'm not here to redefine power pop because it's not going to work, because nobody listens to me. But I'm here to tell you that if you enjoy power pop, I'm going to be featuring some great power pop releases, as well as maybe introducing you to stuff that is along those same lines. So, and if you want to read some of my reviews, you can go to www.discussionsmagazine.com, and you can find some power pop reviews there. And I hope you come back for more episodes. Thank you for sticking it out. Again, thank you for all the people like Matthew Street and Les Abramson, who always makes comments on Facebook. You can go like me on my Facebook page. Unless you don't like me, then you don't have to like me. But anyway, that's it. Thank you. This is another episode of But Is It Power Pop in the Bag. And thank you, and smell you later.